dogs, thanks for being with Casey and I at the next crossing, Trackside. First time that we've filmed here, to the best of my memory. Kind of a cool place. We are just south of Plainville, Georgia. So if you're coming, for those of you, and we are on the Atlanta North District line. And we just thought we'd pick a spot today that's someplace different. Was in Rome. It was awfully quiet, so we thought we'd make our way back up to Dalton. Believe moving the weight of the world is coming our way southbound today, so we decided, just in case it gets late, to go ahead and start working our way back north. So, north, south, and we are at Junction Point Reeves, Reeves, here on the Atlanta North District. And here on the berm of the road, Trackside, waiting to see what we're going to catch here next. Like I said, we're just kind of moving up our way, looking for different things to do, kind of keeping track of what might be where. And this just seemed pretty cool. Southbound traffic, and I'll show you here in a little bit. Automated switch, double track starts there for the second siding, or for the siding and the main line. And always remember, especially parents, for those of you when you go rail fanning, remember, the kids love lights and gates, but always keep a safe distance. And remember, those horns are a massive number of decibels. I'm not even sure how many. So, when Casey and I are trackside, it's always ear protection. And let me tell you, if you forget, or if I forget, for about 8 hours, I still hear that train coming past me. So, sounds like somebody's doing some work with a skill saw. We're kind of out here in the country. Signal tower for the southbound traffic. We'll go ahead and give you a pan of the area and the towers for the northbound traffic. Not sure the name of the road. I have to look that up if we maybe if we get a moment. But like I said, we are at Junction Point Reeves, where we're just going to hang out, catch a train with y'all. And like I said, remember, always give your train crews a big wave. Make them feel part of your rail fanning experience. And many times you'll get one back. But always let them know that your intentions are very clear. Staying safely away from the track, behind the gates. And remember, the best shot, which many people call the money shot, isn't how close it is, because many times you get a much better shot a little ways back. Always kind of take a look at where your sun is. We got the sun behind us once we film, assuming that our next is going to be a southbound. So let's just kind of take a look at the lay of the land, and let's get ready to have a little train action. Like I said, we're probably going to just catch one or two here. I'll take a look and see what's been through Dalton, see if there's something behind or in front of. Either way, Rome down there. After Rome, you go past Lindale. If you've not been to Lindale, fantastic place to rail fan. Man, they've got a beautiful, huge gazebo. There's food and everything right there at that corner. Great big, massive frontage to film off of. So, awesome, awesome place. And then this train, southbound trains will go on down past Lindale down to Atlanta and through the cam there at Austell. So we are railside, trackside, hanging out on the rails. Stay safe. Always give your train crew a big wave. It adds to your experience. I love giving the old wave and seeing one back, or if you get that horn salute that I was looking at, I forget what I was looking at today, but somebody had It was something from Christmas. They had a great big sign up and said, "All I want for Christmas is a horn salute." And it was holding a great big sign. That's what makes this fun. So, if this is your first time with us, don't forget to subscribe. If you have a good time, tell everybody. If you have a bad time, keep it a secret. We do appreciate all the thumbs up. We appreciate everybody being on with us. And I'll go ahead and turn the monitor on here in a moment, see if anybody's got any questions. But let's sit back, relax. For those of you in the bustling city and endless traffic or whatever, or for the kids in the back seat watching this as mom and dad are driving, enjoy the serenity of the countryside. It is just peaceful. There's some cows over on the far side, and I see a calf with them, and that's just what it is. Peaceful, slight breeze. Oh, and a dog. So let's go trackside. Let's see who all's on. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here today, and for all of those that watch this in the future, glad you found it. Glad you tuned in. And like I said, we're here for a good time. Maybe not a long time, but a good time. Let's see what comes our way. As we talked so many times, I was looking at a reflection down there. You get at this crossing, there's a massive long view southward, and there's something glittering down there. Must be, at first I thought it was a train light, but I'm going to guess it's something that was crossing the road, truck with a shiny bumper or whatever. But we're ready. Trackside here along the road. Very, very quiet crossing. Horn! Whoa, that didn't take long, y'all. They just went through Plainville, Georgia. Whoa! That was cool. NS, I think he called 219. Southbound in between Dalton, Georgia and Rome, Georgia. We are below Sugar Valley and Plainville, out here in the rustic countryside. And that was cool. Lights, gates, a huge long approach, and a train rolling on. And I'm going to guess he's been someplace up north where it was cold, because you saw all the water coming out of the back of that train. All that snow's probably inside, melting through the slacks on top. So there was a vapor trail of water. You could just see it just rolling off, because we are pushing in the 50s here today outside of Plainville, Georgia. So, and we were talking about where we are. As you can see, double track, and you are looking southbound. So if you decide you want to come, there's a driveway over there. There's a driveway right behind me. Great place that you can park off the road. Totally safe. And you can catch northbound action on the siding, waiting for the southbound on the main, or whatever combination. And right here, a controlled switch. So as they're moving the trains from side to side, controlled, and I do believe this switch is controlled out of Atlanta. If I'm wrong, someone correct me, but I do believe that would be an Atlanta controlled. As you can see, a propane tank. And somebody might say, what's it doing? Keeping the hobos warm? And no, not at all. When it gets cold, there's an automatic control that kicks on and heats these junction points up so that the switch doesn't freeze and it can operate correctly. And you can see the tubes right there on the side of the track. And there's a lot of videos out where you can see it, where you actually see the flame, where it's keeping that track warm and the switch functional. So, no mishaps. And I said, oh, the cows have moved over our way. They were all back further earlier. Let's see if we see the calf that was running around there a little bit ago. Hey, just a little fella. He was just squirting around. And I said, there's a perfect place you can park. Right over there. See everything coming from either way on the side of the road. And we tried to catch that train a little differently. And oh, by the way, did y'all see the huge wave we got? Oh, that was so cool. And like I said, wave to your train crews. Let them know you're having fun. And did y'all hear that? That switch just activated and moved the track. it just aligned itself for, and since we're standing here on the road, let's go ahead and get off the road. Back over here. Let me get you re-leveled there. Hang on just 1 second. That was pretty cool. I'm not sure how much of it you were able to see. But I know you heard it. It activated. So let's just sit tight and see if it's aligning for what's next. There is a set of signal towers here right behind you guys. I'm gonna walk down here in the ditch, take a look. It's just a few feet over. Let's see what we've got for the signals. And maybe we've got something that's coming north that was on the siding. They're gonna put him up on the main. So y'all stay put. All right. There is our signal tower. Hello, Tony. Man, you've had all kinds of stuff go through Cowan here in the last 24 hours. There is our signal tower. And we do have red over amber. So let's go ahead and get situated here a little bit. Square it up. Here with the crossing. And like I said, I'm not sure how much of it you saw, but that switch while we were talking activated right there, and it has thrown the alignment for the next train to diverge over onto the siding. We do have amber, red over amber. So, I do believe our next train will be following the one we just watched going on down to Rome. And like I said, I do believe that train was 219 that went south when they called the control point. Our switch just activated. Let me grab the binoculars and look down the line. That was pretty cool. Like I said, I'll watch it again later. I don't know if we were able to actually see it when it activated and moved the track over, where we were talking about the fact that, and I have someone on, let's see, who was it? Yes, where Crash was talking about the fact that on the TVRM cam there are a couple switch points there, and the camera there does zoom and pan. And yeah, it is pretty cool to see those heaters in work and at work and the flame coming out. You think about, why is there a propane tank along the tracks? Whose job is it to keep them full and make sure they're full so there's not a control point problem? And they kick on at a specified temperature. So our automated switch has repositioned. It is now aligned onto that siding. Here's our crossing. And that is a look back towards Plainville, Georgia, Sugar Valley, Georgia, and right past that, Dalton. So since we do have an amber, we are going to go ahead and just stay tight at this location. It'll be kind of cool to catch the diverge here at the crossing. So we don't want to pass that opportunity up. Now, sometimes rail fannings's like watching paint dry. You stare at the crossing, stare at the signal lights, and wait. But that's the fun of it. Everybody's having lunch in the field. There's our little guy over in the corner. take another look at our tower. See if we're still red over yellow. And for something to watch, we'll watch lunch in progress. And someday in the future, there'll be lunch. So, there's our switch. There's our gates and lights. There's our spectators. And you guys. So I'm going to check the signals, see what we're showing for the southbound. And I'm going to check the cam up north of us, see what was following 219. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and hang out for one more and see it diverge from one to the siding, from the main over to the siding. And we are still displaying red on top, amber in the middle, red on the bottom. Here on the Atlanta North District line. And this is usually a pretty busy line, as you saw with our last train. When they roll through here, they are on a roll. If you're chasing something from Rome to Dalton, you do not have much time to catch it in Rome and then get to Dalton, unless they've got to stop for one of the sidings. When they roll here, it is track speed, let me tell you. So, six, like I said, we do have the amber, switch realignment, and guest. We're going to hang out here for a little bit. And see what happens next. And remember, since this is live, it's not like production where we cut all the middle part out. It's just as if you were sitting here with me, or I was sitting here with you. So I'm going to catch up with y'all on the monitor, and I'm also going to take a look and see what might be behind him. Yes, you heard it and you saw it. Our southbound went off the main onto the siding. Here at Reeves, once he crossed the automatic switch, moved the track, and that time we heard it, saw it, and caught it. And in case y'all didn't hear, that is 367. NS 367. And like I said, we are looking into the sun, so my apologies. I'm trying to cut the sun as much as possible, but yet give you a view. So it would be my guess, since he is on the siding, he has traffic coming against him, so we will have northbound action. And since we're here, no reason to up and leave. At that magnification, all I gotta do is breathe, and the camera shakes. And like I said, I know we are looking directly into that sun. We probably couldn't pick a worse time to face that direction. While this is a north-south line, it isn't exactly north-south at this moment. But how cool was that? Seeing him diverge off of the main line on down to the siding. That was too cool. So we saw 219 roll past us with a fantastic huge wave from the conductor's side. And like I said, train crews can be fun. Just let them know that you're going to stay safe, maintain a good distance, so they don't have to worry about not only the train and everything else, but your safety as well. So we started off our day with a fantastic train wave from the crew, and we got to hear the switch in action. Catch our southbound now sitting there on the siding that you see. And you are on quite a bit of magnification, so he is a little ways down there. As you can see, the whole rails tilt downward, following the contour of the land. And many times, when they make that switching action, there could be 2 or 3 in a row headed our way. So I guess for the moment, we'll just hang here. It's as good a place as any. Our ribeyes have wandered off to somewhere else in the pasture. Looks like they are over underneath a group of trees. Trees without leaves, but still some shade there. While we wait on our next northbound traffic here at Junction Point Reeves on the Norfolk Southern Atlanta North District line, 30-some miles short of Dalton. On this incredibly nice January Friday in the year of 2025, 3 days before the inauguration of our next president. And for those that you watch this many, many years in the future, it was Donald Trump. He's 3 days from getting his chair back, and 3 days for Mr. Joe Biden, President Joe Biden, giving up his chair, writing the ceremonial letter that they leave one another. Boy, wouldn't you want to read those letters. Here's the chair, good luck. You can have it. So if y'all want to hang out, there is not a cloud in the sky at all. Zero. Well, there is way down there. So that sun is pretty heavy right on the camera. Like I said, since we're at such a magnification, you don't have the clearest picture in the world, like I said, because we are dealing with a direct sun. But how cool is it going to be to watch that next train slide right past him? Y'all listen for horn. There's no real place I can move to kind of shield that sun for you, so bear in mind if you want to film here in the afternoon, you get great light on a southbound and a little problem with the light on a northbound. So we're going to tip you down just a tad. And I said the least movement is a huge distance. So bear with me. Almost there. There. Up. This can be a very impossible task. Again, my apologies, but at such a high magnification, it's a little difficult just to get the fluid head to turn that minute amount. That's worse than when I started, isn't it, you guys? I'm sorry. Let's try this one more time. There. That's as good as we're going to get to try and filter out some of that direct sun and have the fun of seeing something coming at us from way down there as we watch. .367 sitting there on the siding. Mike, may I help you? Hello? Well, it's supposed to be today. And I tell you what, my wife's been coordinating it. If I can give you her number, if you could call her, because she took the day off and is sitting at home. And yeah, 1 second, I'll give you that. 423-443-0465. 423-443-0465. You're welcome. Thank you. And for those of you just joining, thanks for being with Casey and I Trackside. And we are at Junction Point Reeves, just outside of Plainville, Georgia, where we are waiting on northbound 370. And what you're seeing right there is 367, as he called on the scanner, where we got to watch. If you haven't, like I said, if you just joined in, after 219 went south, the automated switch, or remotely controlled switch, changed tracks, set it up for him to come southbound and diverge onto the siding, which we watched that occur. And then after he got on the siding, we watched it switch back to set up for the main line for through traffic. So 367, they're on the siding. And for those of you that can't get out today, you're at work and you need a diversion, or the girlfriend says, hey, you aren't going trackside today, you're staying with me, you can hang out just as if you were sitting in your car right here with me. And we do have the camera tilted as far down as I can, and it is on a pretty high magnification, so you don't have the world's greatest picture. And where we are, we're kind of looking into the sun as it moves westward. So we don't have the optimum picture, but we do have the optimum thing, and that is rail fanning with y'all. So please feel free to chat, ask any questions you have, hang out, where we're going to see our next train poke out on the right side of that train that you see sitting there on the siding, which is 367. And someplace coming south is moving the weight of the world. If anybody's got any updates, shout them out. So unless you all want to look at something different, it'll be fun to see our next northbound coming from as far down. We are going to stay on the side of the road here, and on this side of the track, don't want to cross over. And we are here on the berm of the road, awaiting real time our next northbound coming our way, 370. Anybody have any questions, please shout them out. I'll try and answer for you. And whoever hears the horn first or sees the light first, you shout it out. And if anybody's trackside, please let me know where you are. Especially if you're down in Lindale or Rome or down at Berwyn, some of those points. You're going to see 370 before us, and you can let us know how far out he is. As you hang out with us, just think, you're saving gas. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go ahead and move back just a tad. Y'all bear with me here. And yes, you do see smoke from the engines on number 370. 370 making his way northbound right here at Junction Point Reeves. Here we go.
Y'all look like I got 170 clear, Reeves, northbound 170.
And that is the EOT for train 370 on its way to Plainville, which is right there, Sugar Valley, and then Dalton. And he is a long ways away. At maximum magnification. If you are rail fanning in Dalton, about 45 minutes, you will see him. 35 miles to you. As he slowly disappears. Well over a mile, probably 2 miles at this point, down there. Yeah, let's bring you all back. Let's see if we can catch that for you. And there he flies. That was quick. He's not very big and he's not going very fast. Well, we are back trackside here at the crossing. For those of you familiar with the area, we are at Irvin Coker Road Northeast, known as the Reeves Junction Point, here on the Atlanta North District, in between Rome and Dalton. And as you saw, when they roll this section of track, unless they got to hit a siding, they are gone. Just that quick. And this is a really, really quiet little crossing. Quiet everything. There's hardly any noise anywhere. Like I said, the most exciting thing, other than the train traffic and our first train crew going south, that massive wave from the conductor's side. Special thank you to them for that. But this is just like if you were going to leave the office right now, you can do it through Rail Moments. Chat with your friends. If you're having a good time, stay for a long time. If you're having a bad time, stay till it's a good time. And if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps Casey and I and others when they see that someone else has subscribed and sees the channel. It's like, hey, I might want to go there too. And that's what makes this all possible, because if we can't have fun doing it, why do it? But that is immensely helpful. And we appreciate each of you being on. So, for the moment, I guess we'll go ahead and spin back to watching 367 there on the siding while we await 733 coming northbound. If anybody else is trackside, please tell us where you are. And if anybody knows where moving the way to the world is, please let us know. So I'm going to move y'all back up here. Y'all hang on for a second. Put your all seatbelt on. As we zoom in here a little bit. Level up again. Just cool stuff where we are. And we've talked about that switch several times. Remotely controlled. And we've seen it activate twice. So, just to give you a quick rundown, X367 on the sighting, we just watched 370 pass us, and coming up, 733 northbound, here at Reeves. Thanks for everybody that's spotting and sending me notes by text where you are down below us. And if you've not communicated with us on the bird cam, a lot of times we watch that as well during the day. Right now, since we are on this live, we'll get most of our notes from y'all. And I do believe we just had a very distant horn. So, let's look for that headlight coming at us. And we are going to get repositioned. Y'all just sit tight. Y'all put that seatbelt on. And there he disappears, headed to Dalton. And just for fun, if you go to that crossing right there and make a left, you'll be in Plainville in 3-4 minutes, because you got to pick up speed. Plainville, Georgia, from where we are right there, if you turn left, about 1 mile to 2 miles, between 1 and 2 miles north of where we are. And there are signal tower, control lights for the southbound traffic, and a look at our crossing. And our cattle across the way on the other side of the track. And that is what it looks like if you were here, parked on the side of the road with us. Great big spot here that you can pull off on either side. Get out of the way, be out of the way. And here comes some hay for the cattle. Chuck's ribeye producing friends are going to be eating well. So, we'll go ahead and roll on back up. Oh, listen to them. They know what's coming. Let's get you all reset here. Excuse the tremors. Look at them run. They know exactly what's coming. That is too cool. As they go behind the trees. Readjust y'all here just a little bit. For those of you just tuning in, we are on the Atlanta North District line, just south of Plainville, Georgia. Plainville, Georgia, at Junction Point Reeves. And if y'all are wondering, what's that, Mike? All right, you are looking south towards Rome, Georgia, and sitting there on the siding is 367, NS train 367. And like I said, we just wanted to pick someplace different today. Somebody suggested, hey, let's find a new spot for fun. And that's exactly what we did. We drove south. We were kind of headed to Berwyn, which it's been quite a while since I did. It's been a long time since we were at Berwyn, which is just outside of Rome, Georgia. And for those of you familiar with that area, Berwyn is about 5 miles north of Rome and north of Lindale, which is where that incredible viewing platform is that we've talked about so many times, and we've filmed live from there. And it does not look like 367 is moving yet off of the siding. He is pretty much exactly in the same place. So it's my assumption we do have that third northbound coming at us. Sorry, I'm trying to, at such high magnification, all you gotta do is breathe and you can move 50 feet. So, like I said, the sun is moving around on us. I got you tipped down as much as I can so that it doesn't blind you out. And unless we see him move, we are going to have another northbound. And I believe you were able to hear on the last one, there are some crossings way south of us. And since it's currently just so quiet out here, we heard him way, way ahead of time. As 7:33, our coal train passed us going north. So, we've got 4 in the bag. Our first one, this, 2 northbounds. And like I said, since I do not see 367 there that's on the siding moving, that means coming at us probably is another northbound. So, I'm going to stay quiet. I'll text with y'all on the chat here. And let's listen for our next northbound, unless we see 367 start to proceed south. Then we know that's it for the moment. So, up! Hey, hey, hey! What do you guys see? Whoa, 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 easy there. Magnification. NS 367 is moving south. Heard the couplers tighten up as they stretch that train out. And now rolling south. Eugene, Amtrak does not run through here, sadly. Hello, RC pilot. As you can just barely see 367 leaving the siding. We are going to go ahead and end this live. Little look at our crossing. everybody. Woo, is that bright? Hang on. Hello, everybody. That sun is directly on us. Trackside sun, trackside crossing, all kinds of rail action. 3 to the north, 2 to the south, 1 on the siding, remote control switching, a little bit of everything going on. I mean, since we are here on the berm, let me get out of the way here for just a moment while our high top van makes his way across. And there makes our high top van making his way past. So we're out of his way. All right, everybody. Thanks for being with Casey and I, but don't run off. We are going to end this live, and then we're going to set up and relabel. I got a couple texts, and let me confirm this. Moving the Weight of the World on train 29A is within 35 miles of us, coming south. So our northbounder take him about a half an hour to get to Dalton. But since he's already gone past the rail cam up there, that means they're holding him somewhere on the south side of Dalton. So, thanks for being with Casey and I in this live. We're going to go ahead and Moving the Way of the World is second up front. We are going to reset. We're going to stay right here at this crossing since it is that part of time. But I believe we're going to move to that side because the sun is there, so we have a better shot of him coming at us. So we're going to go ahead and move production 6 and everything over there. Y'all sit tight while we get this all ready. But that way we'll have the sun right on him for a fantastic view. So let's get in action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a little bit. We'll get it tuned up, keyed up, and ready, and all that other good stuff for you here. But we're going to catch Moving the Way of the World 4822 next, right here at this crossing if everything works out right. So see you back here in a moment.